Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of FsPassengers with me, Heard37. So our last flight, we came down to Kingston, Jamaica, MKJP, and in this episode we're going to go to Santiago in the Dominican Republic, that is MDST. So we look at the chart here, we're going to be landing on runway 11, that's a heading of 114 degrees. ILS frequency is 109.3. You can see it right here. Alright, we're going to do this kind of, I can't do it exactly how I wanted to, which we're going to come on over to Onbol at 4,000 feet, and that was going to go up to Urvel at 4,000 as well, and then down to SLX at 2,500, and then down to the runway. But I could get Onbol in there. I'll show you this. Right here, Onbol, and then I was trying to make that little arc. So I put in these two to Urvel and SLX. The only problem is in FSX, they don't have, I could not get Urvel and SLX. So I actually took another one that I don't even actually see in here. Yeah, so you can see Urvel. There's another one over here in FSX, so I actually chose that one, and then we'll come straight in, because we'll be on the ILS anyway at 109.3. As you can see, the wind is coming over this direction, which is why we're taking runway 11. I don't know what we'll do here. What runway we'll be taking off. Came in on, I believe that's runway, what is it, 12? No, runway 30. So I don't know what we're doing again. But, alright. Enough of that. Let's go ahead and move on over to the plane. Alright, everybody, there is the plane. I got a little treat for you. Bam, that is scenery for Kingston, Jamaica. I remember in the last episode, I was like, man, I wish there was scenery. Like, it would be so cool to come in on, was it 30, and with all the scenery on the other side, and bam, LatinVFR. In fact, they have scenery, man, for the Cayman Islands. I might have to try and get that. We've already been to Cayman Islands. Man, I wish I would have known that. I would have possibly snagged that. But, because that would have been cool, but we've already been there. I'm not going to redo that flight just for some scenery. But it's decent scenery. It's the LatinVFR style. They kind of have their own style with, see, like the grass, the certain color grass that they do and stuff. And I'm afraid they may have actually screwed up that. They do a lot of, I don't know the term. What kind of style is that? Photoreal scenery, which I don't really like because it's really flat when you're up next to it, like this right here. Like when you're up in the air, see all those buildings, how they're flat like that? Up in the air, it looks fine, but when you're near it, it actually kind of looks crappy. And I'm afraid they did that to over here. I'm pretty sure they did, because that scenery actually looks really good. Stock. The airport doesn't, obviously. And by the way, there's no runway with the scenery. So that might actually kind of look kind of crappy, but they got more cruise ships and stuff, and I do like this. This isn't so bad. So I might have to do an FSX flight, which is one reason why I said might as well get it, because like I said, I want to do that. So I might be able to do something with a recording where I get really good scenery over here, but then also this. We shall see. Well, let's jump in here. We parked, man. It parked us like way far away from the runway. That kind of sucks. Alright, I need to flip on the parking brakes so we can start up FsPassengers. Alright, let's... 4 peeps. It's 300 and some miles if you didn't see that. Let me see what happens if we do 60%. We'll be able to get it all in. Oh, 101. 60. 58. Even at 60%. That'll be more than enough fuel, and that way we can go pretty fast. One more flight for the type, and the ICAO code MDST. I think is what it is. That's KDST. MDST. Yeah, Santiago. Is that Cibao or Chibao? I don't know how that would say it.
Destination set.
Load her up immediately. Make sure we got our peeps. All 4. By the way, I just checked the weather and it's actually raining over there in Santiago. It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Then we'll go to San Juan after that. I could have gotten straight to San Juan, but I kind of want to do this flight as well, so I went ahead and put this one in. And then we'll fly over. I think it's San Juan is next. I'm pretty sure. 99.9% sure. Alright, so they've got their belts on. Landing gear control is down. Avionics master switch goes to start. Say that the radios are all good and everything. So ignition switch, let's go on up here. Alright, the ignition switch, you can set auto or off. So I'm going to put on auto. Starter switch is obviously off. Source selector, battery or GPU. I'm going to go ahead and put on GPU. Authorization for engine starting, we'll say that we've got. Well, I'm not going to worry about the oxygen and the mass and all that. So we'll go on to the next page. Fuel quantity, again, I forgot to check that. But it should be around 90. Yep, it is, because we've been using that like 60% so lately, so that should be good. Tank selector, left or right. So it's on the right. Fuel selector switch needs to go to the auto position. It is auto. And that warning CS message should be off. I don't see anything about fuel selector switch. So that's good. Alright, we're not going to worry about the strobe lights or anything. Well, external lights, let's go ahead and turn on the nav and that, what is it, system pulse or something? Pulse system. And nav, just so we know how to have our external lights on. Alright, so... Alright, we can go ahead, electrical power panel, because we're going to use plane power, so we'll put this on battery. Let's check our voltage, should be around 24.5, we're at 27.7, which is good. Manual override is off in the notch position. Power lever is in idle. Prop governor lever, we're going to go max RPM. Condition lever is in cutoff. Alright, the flaps are up. Fuel panel, auxiliary boost pump switch needs to now go on. We should have a boost pump warning here. Auxiliary boost pump switch is on, that's good. Prop area is clear. Engine start panel, ignition switch goes to auto. We already have that in auto. So now we'll hit the starter. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Although we don't really need to. We can't get it to 13. So with the starter, I'll hit it at 10. There's 10. So now we'll put that on. Put it at about 25. Just watch everything, make sure it doesn't go crazy. Alright, everything did look good. Oil pressure light has gone off because we saw that blinking a minute ago and there was a warning about it. It is now off. Jump ahead a couple pages. So we used airplane power and there was no problems or anything. Alright, the condition lever can now go to high idle. By the way, I'm going to go ahead and turn all our avionics on. I like having it all on. Engine instruments, alright. NG should be about 69%. It's just above 70, so we're good there. Oil pressure and oil temperature. There's the pressure, there's the temperature. Both are in the green, so we're good. Auxiliary boost pump switch now needs to go in. Oh, by the way, cut the starter off. That needs to go into auto. Let's turn on the generator to main. Auxiliary boost pump switch warning is off. That's what we want. Main gen warning is off. Ammeter in volt. So about 28 volts. We got 28 there. 27, and that's 0 and 7. We always get 0, 7 there. About 0, 7. Alright. So let's go ahead and hit up ground here and find out exactly what runway we're going to be taking off. We'll say kind of going northeast. We'll say to the east.
Man-made ground, Mike Charlie 549er with Mike. Request taxi for takeoff, east departure.
Mike Charlie 549er, taxi 2 and hold short of runway 12 using taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 118.5 when ready.
12, I believe that's how we came in. Acknowledge our clearance there for taxiing.
12 using taxiway Alpha, Mike Charlie 549er.
Reset that. Actually, we came in on runway 30, which is 297, so we'll go 117 for our heading. Structure coming in the other way. 117, there we go. Now we've got the procedures here for our taxiing. We'll go ahead and turn on our taxi light. Our inert SEP needs to come on. Let me get that off there. Inert SEP is now on. We've got the warning about it being on. You can see. Passenger briefing, all that we don't actually worry about. I think we're all good to taxi. That I think everything, yeah, everything coming after that is when we get over towards the runway. I'm gonna put that back up. Yoke. Let's go ahead and taxi. Come on, old girl. That power up. It's not the greatest scenery in the world. It's LatinVFR. I mean, it's decent scenery. Maybe a little bit above decent. Like I say, some of their textures kind of suck. I don't like how they do the photoreal scenery from the air when you're flying over things. That looks great, but when you're down on the ground, not so much because everything's so flat. And they always do that, and I don't know why they do that. When, you know, just doing it a different way, hand placing scenery and stuff. I mean, even though I'm sure it takes longer, it would be nicer. I mean, the textures of the buildings and everything looks pretty daggone good. The textures of the runways look pretty good. So I mean, it's not bad scenery at all. It's just this LatinVFR, and they have their own particular style, I would say. I actually have a lot of their scenery. Some of it's kind of old. They do have some new stuff, like Miami is great. The only thing with Miami, they did a really great job, almost too good, where it's really hard to run. I think it's Miami version 2. And it's really hard to run, especially if you want to run any other scenery with it. Like I have Miami City or whatever from, I can't even remember who it's from. I wanted to say Jitsky Design. It might be for them. It might be someone else actually though. And you put those two together, and it's not impossible. I actually tried to make an FSX flight, and it just seemed really hard because of all the texture popping. And if you're fine with texture popping, then it's fine. But it can drag on the frame rate, and the texture popping really annoyed me, especially for trying to make a video. I ended up saying the heck with this. It's virtually impossible. You have to cut away so much and everything to get rid of the texture popping crap going on. But if you look over here, I'm trying to keep on the line by doing that. I mean, that looks great, especially with the planes there. The stock planes, even with stock, the planes are there. I mean, that looks really good from right there. I say. So I'm pretty happy. And I will definitely be making an FSX flight. It's kind of weird. Some of these taxi lines don't actually connect. It's kind of weird. But I will definitely be making an FSX flight either in or out of Kingston. Maybe use an American Airlines plane, maybe a 757 or something. I really like that plane. Really fun plane to fly. The fire trucks over there, emergency vehicles. Yeah, I just hope they didn't screw up that, because then I'll have to do it in an innovative way. Have how to leave that in, but yet landing here, it'll be weird. It'll look fine, hopefully, the way I'm thinking in my head. Should be able to do it before or after this video is out. Alright, I'm gonna stop here and we'll check this taxiway. I don't know if we've gone down far enough. I'm kinda thinking do this without stopping. That's just a pretty good amount of runway. We'll go down to the next one. It's a little weird thing with the, you see that? There's like the black and gray. I don't know what the heck's wrong with that. That was happening when we on the outside view as well. Run away from it. As we go faster, it kind of disappears. I don't know what was up with that. Yeah, there's the next taxiway. That's the one we'll take. Get on out here to Santiago. It says 352 nautical miles from here. A little bit longer than the last flight, but not as far as the one before. I think our last flight was like, what, 250 miles, and I think the one before that, the Cayman Islands, was like 500 and some. And those taxi lines aren't really roundish. They're kind of jagged right there. That was kind of odd. Alright, we'll separate here. That was actually a better turn right there. Give me crooked lines and I do better, I guess. Alright, parking brake is on. Condition lever. High idle. It is NG 69 plus or minus 2%. It's at 70. That is good. So the prop lever, we're gonna feather it twice. Then max RPM. Flaps go to takeoff. De-icing system we don't have to worry about. Runway is in good condition. There's no bad weather or anything, so we can turn inert SEP off. The inert SEP warning is now off as well. Windshield heat and all that we're not going to worry about. The pitot heat does come on. Flight controls. Let's check our deflections and everything. Everything looks good. Rudder pedals, everything looks as good. Alright, so let's go ahead and ask for permission before we do anything else. Tune over to the tower. Press our clearance.
Tower, Mike Charlie 549er, ready at runway 12, east departure. Mike Charlie 549er, hold short, runway 12, traffic is ATR, on final.
Sweet, let's watch the ATR. There he is. I guess we'll get that great a look at him.
Mike Charlie 549er, ready to go.
Oops, my bad. I do like some of those ATR planes. I like that style. Oh shit, don't turn here. I really like that style plane, especially with the turboprop style. Don't turn here. Oh man, come on.
8126, contact ground on 121.
Well, that's aggravating.
Charlie 549er, clear for takeoff. Runway
Clear for takeoff, you just gotta go through. I really like that plane, man.
Clear for takeoff. Runway 12. Mike Charlie 549er.
Alright, well with that we can turn on our landing lights and our strobe lights.
121.78126.
Maybe it'll just go through us. Probably not. Oh! Yeah, he is. Hello. Alright, so fuel, we've already checked the quantity. We'll check it one more time. We should be around 89, 89. That works. Symmetry, everything looks good. Altimeter setting, reset my altimeter. Altitude select, we're gonna go up to like, well, I think we'll just go up to 24,000. We've been flying this thing pretty high. We'll do it again. No, it's 25,000 because we're going to the east, northeast. Alright, everything should be good there. Battery charge less than 50 amps. And we are. I think that's all. We just gotta go ahead and park and brake off. Let's get lined up. I'll go ahead and put the bleeds in auto. Thought that was off manual auto. It's not just off an auto. Just my mic position here. Seems like it's harder for all of a sudden for it to get going. Don't want to get off the power too quick. She slows down very rapidly. I'm going to come out here to the right a little bit. Oh, I'm going to get it slowed down too much. Maybe not. Oh, we're actually a little over to the right now. There we go. Now we're in the middle for the first time in a while. Parking brake going on. So we do our run-ups and everything. Horizon, I should say everything looks good. All of our landing lights, taxi light, everything is on. Strobes are on. Instruments, everything is good. ITT in the green. Alright, time for the prop. The Propo Speed Governor Test. 19,000 RPM. Always hard to get her hold right there at 19,000. She'll come back a little bit here in a second, hopefully. Not quite enough. Come on, thing. I hate you. Let's say 1830 is good enough. Here it comes back up. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and hit the test. It should go down between 50 and 250. So just as long as it's above 1600, that's good. Release it. And increase by more than 50, so that is good. Alright, so we are good to go ahead and take off. Finally. Seems like that all takes a while. We'll go ahead and CDI twice and listen to our GPS. Alright. I'll hold the brakes for just a second. Alright, here we go. Right at about 100%, just below it. Now it goes up, but then it comes back down every time. So I'll try and get that 100%. While I'll try and keep this thing in the center, which I'm not doing a very good job of right now. And she really is coming back to the left hard. I can't keep her straight. Alright, go ahead and rotate. Positive rate, gears coming on up. Hello, people on the beach. Everything looks good right here. I'm going to go ahead and put the flaps up. Turn out here to the left and head towards land. Wonder if that scenery will look pretty good. I'm going to make a little bit of a sharper turn to the left to get right over to the line real quick, just so we can try and look at this scenery. I don't want to get too close to those daggone mountains. I know that. Yeah, see, they did the photoreal. It's just... the stock actually looks better in that case, which is a disappointment. But the actual airport itself does look rather good, so I'll give them that. The desired track is going to be 083. Is that correct? 083. Doesn't seem right to me, but it must be. 083. Yaw damper on. AP trims can come on. Hit autopilot. I screwed that up last time. Oh my god, I can't believe I did that. Nav, vertical speed. Bump our vertical speed up. She can climb quite nice. Quite nice. Alright. Let's go ahead and turn our taxi light off. We passed 2,500 feet. Flaps are up. Flaps are confirmed up, so we can take our flaps and go up to 850. Increase the power. Although I'll probably bring the power back down a little bit. So everything looks good. I somehow missed the pressurization, although I don't tend to use it. It won't even move. There it goes. I'm gonna put it right at 3. We're climbing right at these mountains, man. Let's increase our climb rate. We're gonna be fine, I think, at this speed, but we'll go up a little bit more just in case. That's really cool flying, actually. I like the being right on the edge. Some mountainous terrain. Although then you got the clouds to deal with, and that's not so great because then you can't see. Although we can see the edge right there. Dangerous flying.
Air Canada 984.
Oh, Air Canada coming in. That's pretty cool.
Runway 12, approach.
Maybe I can do a flight from Canada down here.
Fly straight in, runway
Like Montreal. Montreal's hard. Montreal's hard scenery to deal with.
Fly straight in, runway 12. Air Canada 984. Air Canada.
Easy to OOM on that
Runway
scenery.
12.
Just over an hour and a half.
Runway 12.
340 or so miles. Wish they'd shut up. It's hard to talk over. Yeah, 340 nautical miles away. Hold on to your asses, passengers. We're up in the clouds and just above the mountains. I think it's very cool, to be quite honest. Let's see, is that thing switched yet? It switched itself to the left. Remember when we start up, we always use the right. So that's a good sign that it's done that. We're right around 200 knots right there, which is a... I mean, we're climbing at, what, 1,200 feet a minute? And still doing 200 knots, that's pretty good. Although we're using a lot of power. You can see we're actually above the 100% mark. Although it did that when we went, we put it up to the 850 with the flaps. Gives you that increased power. But we kind of needed it when we were in the mountains climbing. Oh, that's pretty. It's quite the view. The mountains and the nice blue water emptied out into the deeper blue. Very, very pretty. I'm actually going to start bringing the power back down to about 100%. She's so sensitive. Alright, well, with that, though I like to look at that, it's really pretty. Alright, we've got to get on with our flying. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and speed her up. We'll be back in just a little bit.
Air Canada 984, turn the taxiway. Air Canada 984, 111, Air Canada 984.
Alpha 10,000 feet, Captain. Reaching transition altitude, Captain. We're passing transition altitude, Captain. Descending below 10,000 feet, Captain.
Alright, everybody, slowing it down. We're way too high. I wanted to see if I could just start the descent and see what happens, just holding it there, and we're going to come in way a little high. We're supposed to be down at 4,000 feet at Unball, but we couldn't make it. You can see Davbo is the other one I put in. We're going to be at 4,000 feet there as well. And well, we're going to be using the ILS, so it's not a horrible thing at all. I believe it's 109.3. I'll put that ILS frequency in here, 109.3. And we have to remember how to freaking do that. There we go. Just click it. 109.3. Switch that over. Yeah, so we'll be like over 3,000 feet high. It's not a problem. We're descending pretty rapidly now at 1,100 feet a minute. That's sped her up. Actually, there's Celex is like in the middle here. You can't see it because I couldn't get it. It's one of the ones I couldn't get an FSX flight planner, but then we'll be at 2,500. But it doesn't really matter because we're gonna have the ILS. We'll have Papulice and everything, and we'll be good. So nothing to worry about. I've actually slowed her down our airspeed a lot. We can actually pick it back up a little bit. I was just trying to help it slow down some. Can't remember, is this one? No, it's 021. Yeah, we're about 2,700 feet high, but we're coming down quick. Like I said, 1,100 feet a minute, now 10,500. Which is quicker than normal. It's pretty good looking scenery too. I hope my mic was on. I noticed as soon as I sped up, my mic was blinking like I had muted it. Man, I hope for all I know, the whole entire first part of this video, my mic was muted, which would suck. Oh my goodness, that would suck. Hopefully I didn't. Hopefully I muted it. Oh my, I think I might have. You all will know, because you've been watching. Technically, we should be turning on the inert SEP under 200 knots, but we were cruising just under 200 knots, I think. So I have to remember to put that on. The tank selector, I had to change it once or twice myself. Other than that, it's actually worked. The auto switch. 5.2 from Davbo. And then it'll be on a heading of... I just covered up my note card. Runway heading 114 degrees. about 1,000 feet to go. Maybe at 4,000. That does seem a little high, though. I want her to go down to like 3,500. I'm gonna put it. Have us descend a little bit quicker. I'm gonna bring back the power because we've gone back up to 160 knots. This will help us descend a little bit quicker. Because 4,000 from here seems a little high. I mean, I can't remember the exact. Yeah, we're high. We're high. We are high. Bring down the power. Descend a little bit quicker. I have a feeling the ILS is going to be irrelevant here in a second because if we're going to be too high. 3,700 feet. I'm going to actually let this go to 0. I can't remember the actual elevation of the airport. So we're crossing at 3,400. Another SEP coming on. Whoa, I hit my parking brake. Go ahead and turn on the nav. Course. Slope on the descent. We're just below the thing now. City out, girl. Bring up the power. We're slowing down a little too much. Flaps going to takeoff. Hit the approach hold. Come on, thing. Come on, thing. What's going on? I put the full flaps out. We're still too freaking high. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the autopilot off. It acts like the gear is not down. I put the gear down. Perhaps, I don't know why it didn't come down. Alright, well that was not fun. Yaw damper, you go off. We'll just hand fly her in. That's fine. So a little jagged here. 18-ish. I'm gonna come down a little more. Yeah, we needed to be further out to be able to really use the ILS. Didn't work so well. Add just a little more power. Yeah, we're at full flaps. Increase the power just a little bit because I feel like I know we're a little high, but she feels like she's about to like we're pitching up a little much. I can bring it down a little bit. We'll bring the nose down. There, we're coming back onto it. There's some trees right in front of the runway, right where I don't like them.
500.
I don't think they should be a problem. Looks like they're far enough away. Alright, we'll come down a little bit more. right on her. Speed is slightly high, but I like it like that. In this plane especially. Down the power just slightly. Alright, bringing down the power. Not sure if that was slightly hard or not. Heck, we got more planes down here. We got tons of planes in South America, or not South America. It's technically we're still in North America. But down in this area, there's a lot more planes than usual. Well, not usual. All the other places we fly to. There's that flickering texture. I had a problem with that flickering texture over to the right when I was checking out the thing. Like I said, it was raining when I checked it too. It's not raining now. Beautiful weather in Santiago. Whoa, overflew it. It's like there's a problem with the building. Alright, we'll come over here and we'll stop. Landing lights and strobe need to go off. Turn my parking brake on. So we can get to the procedures, which we'll do as soon as I stop recording. Actually, I believe, yeah, we actually have to go over to another set of procedures. For that, alright, the runway is clear. De-icing system, we don't have to worry about any of that. Inert SEP switch is on. Pitot heat needs to come off. Bleed as required. Radar installed. Transponder, we can't seem to mess with the transponder. Flaps come up. Strobes are off. Landing lights are off. Taxi light is still on. Oxygen we don't mess with. Alright. I think we might just go straight ahead towards that flashing texture. Can look real quick. Yeah, that's where we'll go. So what is that? Delta and who else did I see over there? American. That's who's over here. And Santiago. I thought Santiago was a pretty big place, major city. I'm probably right if American and Delta fly here. There's another place in the Dominican. My sister got married in the Dominican Republic. I didn't go. It's just kind of sad to say that. I can't remember where the hell it is. The Dominican Republic. Punta Cana. That's where we should have flown instead of Santiago. I believe we have senior for Punta Cana. Just because of that. Alright, stopping right here. Actually, I won't go up like that. Throw on the parking brake. Alright, the condition lever is in high idle. It needs to be there for 1 minute. We can go ahead and turn our taxi lights off. AP trims come off. I left them on that time. Avionics master switch goes to start. Now we turn the bleeds off. Come over here, we can turn all the air conditioning off. Turn it all off. Alright. Governor lever, 15 seconds, it needs to idle. Come up over here real quick. Alright, that's pretty good. Go ahead and cut off. Ignition lever, inert SEP now goes off. Avionics master switch. It sounds like we got some lightning That's off. External lights. That's all off. Alright, you guys can take your seatbelts off. And we'll open up the door and everybody can get out. I hate those black jetways. I don't know what causes that. It almost kind of feels like you're out in the middle of nowhere. I guess that's where this was. Because I was looking out over here before, and there was like nothing there. I was like, where is everything? There's just some houses like in the woods and stuff. I guess that's the major part of this. We just didn't see it because a little busy. A little busy flying a plane. There's another part of the city, I guess. Alright, let me close that door. While it's blinking. Go ahead and end this flight. Alright, 361 nautical miles. Time airborne 128.05. Flight time was 1:43.31. Time on the ground 23 minutes 19 seconds. Average speed is 246.26 knots. Climb time 20 minutes 43 seconds. Cruise time was 41:50. Average cruise speed 295.83 knots. Descent time was 25:32. Landing speed 79.95 knots. Came down 181.54 feet. It says nice. That's a little quick though, I think. Landing pitch 3.73 degrees. Landing weight was 7,026 pounds. Total fuel use 491 pounds. 159 on the climb. 242 on the cruise. Using about 347 per hour. The fuel use 90 pounds. You know what? I think I forgot to put the prop back to 100%. I can't remember if I did that or not. Now I'm thinking about it. Should have done that on the long final. Ticket income $857. Cargo income $911. We spent $255 on fuel, $8 for the airport tax, $76 for the insurance. Running on $1,429. Times 50 gives us $71,450. 5 aircraft brought in $141,554. So the total income for that flight was $213,004. They thought that everything was perfect, so they thought we should be at 100%. So we increased 0.16% to 98.37. Perfect overall flight, 230 pilot bonus points. Very nice landing, 50. Perfect flight, no problems. Very satisfied passengers, 150. You landed at scheduled airport, plus 30. Yeah, we got some thunder. Like I said, it was raining when I checked out originally. So I think the next one goes to San Juan, Puerto Rico. Although I guess we have Punta Cana, I think. I could be confusing that with another one. I don't know if we have Punta Cana. If I do, I might fly to Punta Cana first and then San Juan. If not, we'll probably just go to San Juan first. There's something wrong overall with that whole building. So I don't know where we'll go next. But pretty good flying. Those some nice areas, man. Glad we're down here in this area. But, yeah, that's going to be it for this episode, everybody. Hope you all did enjoy it. I'll catch you guys on the next flight.